All right, I want to follow up on my last video. In my last video, I noted that we do have confirmation that this was almost certainly an intermediate cycle low, but I want to warn traders that doesn't necessarily mean that a trending powerful move is going to start immediately. Very often, first daily cycles are very difficult. Um, they take a while to bottom. The cartel will whipsaw the market back and forth. So let me show you some examples. Here was our intermediate cycle low, very difficult bottoming pattern. Another intermediate cycle low and first daily cycle, again, very difficult bottoming pattern for multiple weeks. Same thing here. This was kind of a rarity where price bottoms and then rocket shots out of that bottom. Another sort of rarity here, but then this cycle left translated. Here again, very difficult first daily cycle, retest, double bottom. So it is not inconceivable, and especially after today's action, the cartel immediately regained control of gold and tried to erase all of yesterday's rally. So it's not at all inconceivable, and this also, they stopped gold from getting above the 200-day moving average. Let me put that in. All right, so you can see that they very quickly blocked this move back above the 200-day moving average. So it's not at all inconceivable that gold could waste this entire first daily cycle with a retest of this low. I expect the retest to hold. I don't think gold is going to make a lower low because it made a higher high here, but that doesn't prevent it from coming back down and retesting this area during the first daily cycle low. That's exactly what happened right here. So I see people, and I warned people today and yesterday when we got this confirmation. I saw a lot of people immediately wanting to jump into leverage and call options, and I warned people that this is probably not going to be the kind of easy trending market where you can make money in call options, or where it's going to be easy to hang on to leverage. So be aware that that we may have a retest coming, and let me show you the dollar cycle, because I think this plays a big part in this. All right, so this is the dollar, and the dollar is moving down into its daily cycle low. This is a pretty mature, pretty stretched daily cycle. So somewhere here, the dollar should bounce and try, maybe not successfully, but try to resume this uptrend, because it's in the advancing phase of an intermediate cycle. Now, like I said, it may be that the intermediate cycle has topped here and that any bounce will fail. It'll come up, but will not be able to make a higher high. But there's also a chance it could, and maybe it could test this resistance zone before this next cycle rolls over. But no matter how you look at it, the dollar is due at some point here for a rally out of this daily cycle low, especially since this cycle is very mature. Maybe it started today. I've said many times in the past, the currencies that are the most manipulated markets on the planet. The ECB would like to keep the euro suppressed against the dollar. So it's very possible that the ECB is going to try and terminate this move down into the daily cycle low prematurely if they can. So let me move over to the euro. All right, so here's the euro, and as the dollar drops down into its daily cycle low, the euro will rally out of a daily cycle low, and that's what's happening. But as I've said, as the currency war progresses and heats up, there's going to be efforts made to keep the euro suppressed against the dollar. So normally, I would expect, even if this was going to left translate, I would expect this to rally for 8 to 12 days. So, whatever we got here, 4 or 5 days is probably a bit short for a normal daily cycle to top, but they may succeed in stopping this rally in the euro a bit prematurely and pushing it back down. Either way, at some point here, this rally should try to resume this trend. And when that happens, either naturally or artificially, then the dollar's going to rally, and then that's going to give the cartel, go back to gold. All right, that's going to give the cartel an opportunity to attack gold again and try and push it back down and possibly retest these lows. So confirmation here of a higher high does not guarantee that a strong trending move is coming. It's just a pretty dependable sign that our gold's not gonna make a lower low below this, but it could still retest it. So this is, I don't think you want to be leveraging heavily right here, just in case gold does have to retest these lows before the first daily cycle low is over, and then we get started into the second daily cycle. And very often the second daily cycle you'll get a stronger trending move, as you can see right here. This first daily cycle, we got the double bottom, and then we got a much stronger trending move during the advancing phase of the second daily cycle. So very good chance the same thing could happen. This first daily cycle, very difficult, could double bottom, and then maybe the second daily cycle is where we get a much stronger trending move, and one that's much easier to trade and easier to make money and not get whipsawed by the cartel.